Alright, so this video is going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be our standard dream build mountain bike video, but it's going to be new bike day for me, and it's something completely different, something I've never done before. And I'm up here at the Wheelhouse, my sponsoring shop. They don't even carry this brand. It's a brand they've never even heard of, but they really don't care. They were like, bring it in. We don't care. Any bike, any brand, we'll build it up. We'll do custom. Whatever it is, they'll build it, they'll work on it, and they'll make it rad, as you know what. So it's one of the only shops that I know of in any of like this local area that all three owners race and ride enduro. What shop can you say that about other than the Wheelhouse? So that's what's cool about it. They all get it. They know what's up. They know they ride gravity terrain. And when I said I wanted to try something completely different and I wanted to build it up, guess what? They were like, let's do it. We're so stoked. Bring it on up. We'll build it up. So let's go see what we got going on. Got the old bike in here for service. Not saying I'm going to get rid of this thing yet, but I-9 Hydra hubs are, the bearings are junk. So we got to get some service on this so I can keep riding it. But is it gonna, my new bike gonna replace this bike? I have no idea, honestly. Haven't even ridden the new bike. Don't even know what it's gonna ride like. But we figured we'd give it a shot. Not you. I'm talking about the bike. Come on. Come on. Fox sells these nice custom stickers for all your shock needs. Everybody knows mountain bikers are absolutely obsessed with stickers. Am I right? Yeah.
One.
Custom modifications. Show me your safety glasses there. What you got there? Is that a pool noodle? Just pool noodle. Still floaty. Is that my insulin for the diabetes? The diabetes. Alright, more shots of the dirty garbage can. We got PD's tubeless valves. The front has a spoke wrench, and the other one has a valve core removal tool integrated into the cap. What do you think of that? It's pretty neat. Pretty neat. That is a custom air hose holder right there. Let me tell you. This video is not actually about building a bike, it's about OSHA violations. Dear Vittoria, stop doing this to your tires. Freaking red, it's ruining the whole feng shui of the bike. Nice pan shot down to the nice clean garbage can. These bars come now 820s. What do you guys like to run? I'm still on the 800 club.
That's 12 ounces is a serving, and that's 67.6 ounces.
Matt's trying to figure out how much sugar is in a 2 liter
Can't
bar.
do it in my head.
Alright, this video is not sponsored by Sprite, but we just did the math. 57 teaspoons, and what'd you say?
1.1875 cups of
sugar in a 2 liter bottle.
Yeah.
And we're daring him to drink the whole thing today.
Before 3 o'clock when we close. Yeah.
We'll update later. Stuff you don't have to do to a Trek. Hollow out the holes.
I need to wrap my other bike. That's paint is fucking sensitive.
All right, enough teasing about what could possibly be totally different than anything I've ever ridden. You know, it's still got 2 wheels, fork, shock, but I wanted to try something completely different. Not that I don't love my Slash, I still love it. I got 3 seasons on it, but I wanted to try something completely different. So what did I go with? I ended up going with the Deviate Claymore. Now, Deviate, I'm not sponsored by them. I have no affiliation with them. I just simply reached out to them. I saw the pink bike reviews and stuff like that and wanted to try this bike. As you can see, and you can already tell, it's a high pivot bike, something that I've never tried before and I'm really anxious to try. And that's what the beautiful thing about my partnership with the Wheelhouse is because they're stoked to build up any bike that you bring to them. And I brought this bike to them. I said, hey, what do you think about this bike? They're like, looks rad, let's build it. So that's what I said, same thing. I looked at it, I'm like, that's a rad bike. I wanna try it. I wanna get on it and I wanna ride it. Deviate did help me out a little bit to get me this bike, just to be able to give you guys an idea of what's going on with it. They gave me a little bit of a discount, but it's not like they gave me a free bike to ride and I'm sponsored by them. It was basically like, hey, I want to do a video on this. I've never ridden this bike before. I want to try it. I'm going to give it an honest review. But I paid for this bike out of my own pocket. And thank you for all the Patreon supporters that go on there and join the Patreon community. It really helps to be able to bring stuff like this to life and be able to try it out, give you guys reviews, let you know what I think, and just keep the ride going and keep this whole channel going. So what is the Deviate Claymore? What's so special about it? It's a high pivot bike. It's a 165 rear travel. It's a 170 front travel, but you can run a 180 fork with it. And the thing with the high pivot is it's got a rearward axle path, kind of like the Specialized Enduro tried doing a while back, but without the high pivot. They did a low angle suspension design on the new Enduro. And that was okay. I like that bike, but it was missing the pop factor for me. Something that the Trek Slash has given me unbelievable confidence. It's just the most intuitive bike I've ever ridden. That's why I'm so leery of trying something different from the Trek Slash, but I'm not getting rid of it just yet. I built this bike up because I wanted to try something new, and we'll see how it goes. But the rear high pivot basically allows the wheelbase actually grows as you go down into the travel, and it allows the rearward axle path to come up and go over bumps and kind of carry more speed. I haven't ridden it yet, so I can't even tell you, but I'm really looking forward to this bike. And like I said, it's 165, 170 front, you can run 180. It's a 64.3 degree head angle, so it's nothing super crazy. You could run a 180 fork on here, and I think it brings it down into the 63 category. I decided to go with a medium frame. I'm 5'8", 5'9", and I usually ride a Trek medium large, which is nice because they have that size in between a medium and a large. It's a M/L, which is an 18.5 inch frame. But the reach on this is 460. The reach on the Slash is 470. And I just did like an 8mm longer stem. It's a 40mm stem instead of a 32mm stem on my Slash. So this is it. I finished putting all the frame protector on there, and it's got some really unique things that I'll go over real quick and just give you some nice shots of the bike. So as you can tell, I did full factory, Fox Factory suspension. I have the Fox Factory X2 in the rear with custom decals that you can order direct from Fox. I have the Fox Factory 38, which I love this fork. I can set it, forget it, put the pressures in for my weight at 160. I don't need to add tokens or take any away. It's always perfect every time. And I have the set of TR 37s from Noble, and I have these awesome new PD's tubeless valves, which what you may not know about these is these caps. One of these, I believe it's the rear here, is the core removal tool. And then the other one on the front, right here, is an actual spoke wrench. So you have a spoke wrench and you have a core removal tool right on your caps, which is really cool. The other thing that I like about this bike is you probably can't even tell, but it has outside cables. They're not integrated into the frame. They're right up underneath, and that allows you, they have a couple mounting points here and here, which allow for a slick setup to have a pump. This pump holder is by Jank Components. I actually follow the guy, Matthew, who is sponsored and rides for them Deviate for the EWS, and he has this bike and he has the setup, so I actually messaged him and got the link for that. I've got the copper colorway from SRAM, and I've got this pretty unique frame protection from Slicey. You can actually go on their website and you can custom design their frame protection. I think you could probably even put your face on there and print it out, or your girlfriend's or your wife's face or whatever, just to annoy them. And you can have it right on your bike. But other than that, I've got the XX1 copper cassette, copper chain, something I am totally new to, never done before, X01 axis. This bike does not have the UDH Durero hanger, so I am stuck running the regular axis. I know, poor me, but I'll take it, I'll try it, and we'll see what I think. I've got the regular X01 paddle shifter with the paddle upgrade, the brand new ODI Vans grips. These are brand new. They just came out with the new Van style. They're really slick. I've got the Kashima, or they call it Cash Money, colorway from Raceface, the stem. It's a turbine stem at 40 millimeter by 35. Got Raceface 6C bars, and the always awesome Saint level brakes that are awesome for doing anything in the mountains. Running the all-new Raceface Era carbon cranks. We'll see how that goes. I'm not really a big fan of carbon cranks on my Enduro bike, but they were lightweight, and I just wanted to do, I really like this stainless steel plate right here that keeps it from being smashed too hard. The other thing that looks pretty extreme on this bike, I don't know if you can tell it from right here, but it has a 78-degree seat angle, which is pretty extreme. If you can take a look at it from back here, wow, it's pretty crazy. I ended up going with the tried and true Mazda, Vittoria Mazdas. I have a 2.6 in the front, and I have a 2.4 Enduro in the rear. One thing that I'm really not happy about is Vittoria decided to put this red stripe on their tires, which totally throws the look off of the bike completely. And something that new that I'm trying is I ended up going with the XTR rotors this time instead of XT or Ice Tech. I just wanted to go with the XTR Ice Tech and see how they handled the heat of the mountains, if they handled any better. But she's definitely a looker. I like it a lot. All right, so that's it. This is the new bike day, something completely different for me. Can't wait to get out in the mountains and ride it. Get up to Highland Mountain Bike Park, test it out on the jumps, the trails, drops, take it up into the mountains, get some nice slab runs going, some super uber tech, try it out, see what I think, and look forward to the review. I look forward to riding it. Hopefully you look forward to the review, and hopefully it's everything they say it is, because I'm really looking forward to trying this. As usual, hit that like, hit the subscribe, join the Patreon to support the channel if you believe what we're trying to do on this channel. Put the mountain back in mountain biking and bring you awesome content. And yeah, I'm getting eaten alive. I don't know what it is this year with all the rain we've had, but the bugs are horrendous. All right, catch you on the next one.